Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel, Pleasant Pop. Today I want to talk about Freddy Krueger. You all know who he is. The guy who haunted your nightmares when you were a kid. That guy. So, we're led to believe that Robert Englund will not reprise the role as Freddy Krueger again, except for a prequel. He has said he may do a prequel again, but the idea behind Nightmare on Elm Street is they do want to reboot the series. Now, it's very, very difficult to replace an actor like Robert Englund, who has become so iconic in his role. It didn't work in 2010 with Jesse Earl Haley. And I think they'll recast him again, and it possibly, I'm going to say it probably won't work. In most likely, it won't work. People are too... I think the thing is that Robert Englund was so good at it, it's not going to be touched. It's hard to touch it. But I thought about that. And maybe that's not completely true. The thing is, I have a top 5 actors who could play Freddy Krueger and do it well. But these are actors who possibly won't take the role, except maybe in the 5th spot. In the 5th spot, this one is kind of a joke. Well, we got Nicolas Cage. I'm not the biggest Nicolas Cage fan, as anybody who knows me knows that. But the man can do some really weird shit in front of the camera. So, could he be crazy enough to do the role? It is possible that he could, I don't know, try to replicate something that Robert Englund did and maybe do it well. He's just a crazy bastard, like, at the end of the day. So if you're going to get anyone to play the role, why not get a crazy bastard like Nicolas Cage? In the number 4 spot, we have Anthony Hopkins. Now, this is a man who is very much a veteran actor. He has been shown to be able to do just about anything in front of the screen. From Silence of the Lambs and onwards, before that, sorry. He's done so much. Even his role in Thor was really good. I can't remember the titles of all the films, but I'm thinking of a lot of these films. And he is an excellent actor. And I think... Now, saying this as well, these are probably actors who might not take up the role as Freddy Krueger. They probably wouldn't be able to afford these actors, unfortunately. But it would be cool to see them in the role as Freddy Krueger. So just say Anthony Hopkins says, oh, I wouldn't mind playing Freddy Krueger. He could possibly match Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. You can't just get a no-name actor and expect them to beat to beat Robert Englund, because Freddy has become so iconic. And I think, especially Anthony Hopkins' role as Hannibal Lecter cements him in the horror world anyway. So, if he picked up the role as Freddy Krueger, I would actually be excited about that, and I would go see that, and it would be really cool. In the number 3 spot, we have Peter Capaldi, most notably known from Doctor Who. He plays the 12th Doctor and my personal favourite Doctor. I kind of think his old age and his look, and the way he speaks, like he can do these really good speeches, and he can be angry, he can be happy, he can be menacing, he can be whatever the frick he wants to be, and he's good at it. So I think Peter Capaldi would be a perfect Freddy Krueger actor. The fact that he's a TV actor, maybe that makes him a little bit more affordable for Hollywood to to get him for the role. So maybe it's a possibility. I don't know if anyone's actually considered it, or if I'm just insane and think that it's a good idea. I don't know. But I would love to see Peter Capaldi put on the Freddy Krueger makeup and freaking tear the Springwood Brats apart. Number 2. At number 2, we have Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is just an amazing actor. After seeing the trailer for Joker, I can just see him doing anything. The problem is, again, I think he's one of those actors who can take, or he can get any role he wants to. So if they present him a Nightmare on Elm Street script that looks like crap, he's not going to pick it up. And it is just a slasher film at the end of the day, and it might not be enough for him to sink his teeth into. That being said, though, you don't know that, because they might want to do something inventive with the next film. We don't know that. They might make it a masterpiece. I don't think so, but they might. It just might happen. And if that's the case, maybe Joaquin Phoenix would pick up the role if it was offered to him. If they could even afford him, I don't know. But Joaquin Phoenix would be a perfect Freddy Krueger. Like, the man is so versatile in his roles that he would just get lost in being Freddy Krueger, and it would be an amazing thing to see. So yeah, that is Joaquin Phoenix at number 2. Almost put him at number 1, but number 1 is Ian McKellen, another actor that they will not be able to afford, and honestly, I don't even think he would want to touch the role. But if he did, that man is an amazing actor. His old age, the fact that he's such a veteran now, and he can portray intensity like no one else. And I think that he could be an evil, looming character. I think he would do it seamlessly, to be quite honest with you. If there's anybody who could potentially do a better job than Robert Englund, it could be Ian McKellen. Like, the man is such a great actor. But it's the kind of thing where it doesn't seem like the type of role that he would pick up. That being said, though, he did do the X-Men, and he was absolutely amazing in it. He also did Lord of the Rings, but that does seem more like Ian McKellen. But I think McKellen could bring something to the Freddy Krueger role that you wouldn't be able to get from any other actor. Now, I know the picks that I've got are quite out there, and they're probably not like people's first thoughts when it comes to playing Freddy Krueger. But if you're trying to replicate Freddy, exactly like Robert Englund did it, then it's not going to work anyway, because you can't beat Robert Englund at what he did. So you have to bring something different to the role. And I think those 5 actors, they all have, maybe Nicolas Cage, meh. But all the others, I think, could potentially bring the role of Freddy Krueger into an even bigger mainstream, and it would just be really cool. Any of those actors pick up, any of those 4 actors pick up Freddy Krueger. As I said, the Nicolas Cage one was more of a joke. Any of those 4 actors pick up the role, it will light on fire, I think. And I think there could be a complete reboot of the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and you could get another 7-8 films out of it easily. That being said, though, it depends on which actor we pick. So if you want a long-lasting Freddy Krueger franchise, you pick someone like Joaquin Phoenix. He's a little younger. If you want just a really good Nightmare on Elm Street film, you're definitely picking Ian McKellen. I think that man would be the perfect Freddy Krueger. I mean, we don't have to always have Freddy who sounds like this. Or do we? I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching my video. It always means a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out!